I am trying to redo my garden and would like to see this plant, which is called the potato plant, replicated and extended. So what I have just done is gotten to the top and cut down a whole lot of branches, as you can see, and I have put them in a vase full of full of water, and I have more cuttings to go trim. So I'm going to take this, clean it up. I've chosen two types, one which has small leaves coming out of it like so. There are some, and there are many like that I have chosen, and some which have no small leaves at all, just a large branch. I am next going to put some rooting solution and plant them. I've taken one of those, taken out all the big leaves and left little ones there, and I've cut it at the nodal point at a 45-degree angle. And I'm going to do that for the others as well. So I've trimmed them all off. All the tips are gone, all the big leaves are gone. My yard's a mess actually. My plum tree is dropping leaves for the fall. I think that looks good. I left some big leaves, but mainly small leaves. I don't like this. This has too many. There you go. And all of them have cuts at the bottom, which look like this, around a node. Okay, now that I've trimmed it, I got this rooting solution. It's called rooting hormone with fungicide. So faster, healthier rooting from cuttings. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take what I cut, the branch, and dip it in. And then put it back in. So each one I'm going to dip it in. I know it's kind of coming off, but I'm sure there'll be some in there. Dip it in, one by one. I want to make a huge hedge. Oh, I didn't cut this. It's okay. See what happens. This is already dipped. Now I'm going to do the rest of them. To stop the video now. I have 14 cuttings in this now. I'm going to keep it for maybe a week in that same thing and see if the roots grow. My guess is tiny roots will grow, and perhaps half of those, then I move them to little pots, such as those little pots, and I'll see how what happens to it. So this plant is something I just transplanted from that little pot. This is 1 year old. 1 year old plant. It has taken good root, lots of roots, and seems to be growing well. I just cut one branch out of the side here, but it seems to be doing well. Let's see where it goes. Next update probably in 1 year for the these plants. 2 years ago, I took a cutting and planted it. I took a bunch, but I think only one survived, and it looks like this now. Nice and big. So maybe 3 feet tall. Grows pretty quick once it sets root. Meanwhile, I managed to grow my curry plant. This is one I had done video. As you can see, it has just grown huge over the last year. I have cut it back vigorously by almost maybe 1.5 feet, but still it's at this point really well. I put it in that oak barrel, and if you recall, I pulled one plant out of the side of that one and planted it in a pot, and there it is. It's growing well now. I just transplanted that as well. Put some perlite on it. It's doing okay. In this big plant, looks like there are some seeds. I think I can pick those seeds now. I had quite a few actually. Oh, lots of seeds. Those are down. I think I'll pick them now. I can't reach those. Way too high up. Time to pick the seeds. I did pick some last year as well when I was doing the other job, and put them in a pot. And I'll show you how the pot looks now. I took the seeds from last year and I planted them. I guess they are 1 inch something. I put it all in one pot. I can then take them out and plant them in individual pots, but I managed to get many of them. Okay, I picked the seeds. Here they are on the table. Curry seeds. So we'll see how many I get next year.